You know, something that we don't talk about enough in the black community, or in any community maybe, is how our black men were abused as young boys. So, yeah, we're talking about toxic men and we're talking about abusive men, but how did they get this way? See, for women, we have an open forum because we're connected to our emotional side, because it's okay for us to be emotional, so we can discuss these things that made us the way we are, and we can heal from those openly, and we can discuss these things, right? But where's the safe space for men to talk about the abuse that they endured? First, they have to understand that some of the shit they endured was abuse. If you ask a man right now at what age he lost his virginity and the age of the female that he lost his virginity to, that would open more of this discussion. Because I've spoken to men who told me they lost their virginity at 13 to a grown-ass woman who was 22. That is rape. And a lot of men have experienced this, but they think it's okay because it's cool to say, yeah, when I was 13, I bust a chick down, she was 23. No, baby, you was raped. That's abuse. So what happens is you take this young, fragile mind of a boy and you strip him of his innocence, because growing up he doesn't develop a normal attachment to girls, like the early stages of liking a girl and kissing a girl on a cheek and then kissing a girl in her mouth and then tongue kissing, like those little steps before you get to the step of actually having intercourse where you grow an attachment to a female. If you're 13 and you've already had intercourse with someone who's 22, then those little steps that you take, a kissing a girl on a cheek, that's your age range, there's nothing interesting about that to you anymore. So you don't grow that attachment and those emotions of connecting to a female in that way. You were abused. It's terrible. And another thing that I know, we might be able to discuss this, but one thing that will never be discussed is how our black men, some of them as young boys, were molested by older men. Their uncles, a cousin, a pastor, a man in their life that they trusted, a mother's drunk boyfriend. There's no safe space or place for men to discuss this shit. It's like they have to sweep it under the rug because they're taught that they cannot be emotional because that is a feminine trait. So that creates, and I'm not saying all, but a lot of toxic, abusive men. They watch their mothers go from man to man to man. They watch their mothers get beat up by men, and they can't do anything about it because they're young boys. That fucks their mental up. And it has them growing a resentment for their mother that they don't even understand. And then they grow up to hate women because they haven't faced that mother wound of not feeling protected by their mother because these things happened to them as a young boy. Like, where's their safe space to speak about these things and heal from this? Like how women, we have a safe space to heal from this shit, from the abuse that we endured by the men who were abused, that can't heal from the things that they were of their abusers because there's no safe space for them to speak about it.